Well, hello and welcome to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading unlike any others. I've done tarot for over 20 years. In that time, I have found from my own personal experience, tarot is very powerful and effective, but it's not good at forecasting, predicting. I know that's what we're told, but that's really not where I have found it through my experience to be most effective. Tarot is the science of potential, your ability to create pictures, scenes, sights, sounds in your own mind, not off of some sort of computer or smartphone or even artificial intelligence. All of that is, by definition, non-human, artificial. What that does is, over time, weaken us mentally and in terms of our humanity. Was the reason, by the way, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates did not let their kids really interact with any kind of technology, no games, no magic phones, no nothing, until they were in high school. In fact, they even went out of their way to send them to schools where computing and computers were not part of the curriculum. Why? Because they understood how the system worked. It was a technological trap, and they wanted them to develop their human skills, their human abilities. So that's what tarot is best at. It helps you to manifest. It gives you a frequency and energy, and then you take it to the next level. You begin to materialize what it is you believe you need in your world. Now, another little caveat here on the side. We are told all the time you can be anything you want to be. People take that to mean, well, I can do anything. No, that's not what they're saying. Anything that you really want to believe or do for yourself. Now, we're programmed right from birth to believe certain things. But when you look at the world, not everybody can be beautiful. Not everybody can be rich. Not everybody can be famous. You get the idea. We come here with different agendas. That's why you're different from your siblings, your brothers and sisters. You're all raised in the same house, got the same parents ideally. Why aren't you all the same? Right from birth, you're different. So your potential is different. Now, what sets you up for that potential or the tarot reading are things that I'm familiar with. I have done astrology, numerology for over 50 years. Those are the sciences of cycles. So yes, there is an element of predictability in those things because life moves in cycles. That's why they say if you fail to learn from history, you keep repeating it because that's what happens. For example, the planet Pluto and the planet Uranus are essentially in the same spot they were 250 years ago. 250 years ago, that's when America had their revolution. And in fact, about 10 years later, French had their revolution. There was that kind of juice in the air. Uranus calls for revolution. Pluto calls for evolution. Put revolution and evolution together, and that's what you get. Now, fast forward 250 years, because it takes Pluto 250 years to go around the whole solar system. Uranus has gone around several times, but they finally got back to where they were 250 years ago when we signed the Declaration of Independence. And look what's happening. Not just in the United States, but around the world. People are declaring their independence. In fact, I'll throw one more note for you. Neptune was essentially in the same spot as it is today back during the Civil War. Okay, at that point they were talking, and that, believe me, was not the whole story. It was actually a battle with the banks. But what they used as a front story was the emancipation of slaves. Well, take a look at humanity today. Humanity is looking at emancipation from tyranny. Tech tyranny primarily, but not exclusively. And again, it's the bankers who are involved just as they were in the Civil War, and in fact every single war. So you take these two things, numerology, astrology, science of cycles, you compare them with or put them together with tarot, the science of potential, and you have exactly what makes this podcast very different. the marriage of the two. So, since we understand about manifesting, since we understand that we're going to help you with the manifesting using astrology, numerology as a base for the tarot reading, how about if we kind of veer into astrologic a little bit? Let's take a look at the astrology. This year and next year, we have the planets lined up in a situation that will hold. We got about 5 of them, 6 of them that are involved with each other right now, creating a tremendous amount of turmoil. In fact, you have 4 planets in fire and air. Well, those who are familiar with making fires, campfires, fires in fireplaces, fire starts to die out. What do you use? Bellows. You put air into the fire and it raises it up. That's what's happening all around the world today. It literally is a kind of cosmic fire. But more to the point, we are now asking most intensely, why are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing? What do we expect to get out of it? We're not going to know. And the reason is that Neptune is in Aries, Saturn is in Aries. So what we're trying to do with Neptune is trying to see through the fog that Neptune always brings. And then we're trying to build something out of this fog with Saturn in Aries. And the problem is that Aries has 0 patience. In fact, military activity is very much highlighted with Aries. And because we have Aquarius in an air sign, we have Pluto in Aquarius, which is an air sign. We have Uranus in an air sign, Gemini. They're in a hurry. Let's run to the future. Let's run to the future. But we have no idea. Neptune and Saturn is saying, it's fog. How am I supposed to build anything? We can't even see the end result. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The energies are pushing us forward. We can't see. We're blind. We're in a snowstorm. Doesn't make any difference. Okay, we kind of set the plate a little bit, set the table. How about if we go now to our potential, the science of potential in tarot? Yeah, I think I'm ready for it too. First card, 2 of Wands. 2s are always decisions. Always, 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 always decisions. Wands are positivity, excitement, joy, enthusiasm, possibility, potential. A lot of energy in Wands, and the 2 of Wands talks about planning and personal power. You see here he's holding a globe. He's trying to see into the future. That's what we're kind of doing. But remember, you got Neptune in Aries. You want to push. You got the Aries energy. You want to go, but you got the fog from Neptune, and you don't know whether you're being inspired or deluded. You don't know. Saturn is holding you down. It is a very tricky, difficult situation, but he is trying, and it's all about planning, personal power. I want my freedom as a human being. How do I get there? Don't ask me. I don't have a clue in the world. I'm just in a hurry. Next card, Lovers. For many people, the Lovers card has a romantic tinge to it, and under certain circumstances I would agree, but not in this circumstance. Lovers are choices, making choices, harmony, union. That's what we're trying to do, put the parts and pieces together. Now, we got to start first with ourselves. If we are trying to see the future and the Neptune stuff is keeping us from seeing it, and Saturn is holding us down from any kind of seeing potential, you just get frustrated. So you have to find this harmony within yourself first so that you can make wise choices. But it's going to be painful. Especially got that Neptune and Saturn in Aries again. Aries just does not give a damn. They go full speed ahead. That's what's putting us in big trouble right now. I'm telling you, big trouble. So, okay, we got the 2 of Wands. We're trying to see the future through the fog. To help us out, we're trying to make a connection with ourselves so we can make wise choices. And the 3rd card is the Queen of Wands. Well, the Queen of Wands is a kind of a gal who says, hey, let's put it all together. And so that's what the Queen of Wands is doing. She is the one who is allowing us to be enthusiastic. She's dedicated. She's confident. That is to say, she knows that she wants all of these nice things. She wants to be excited about the future. She wants the connection with herself so she could get to the potential of the future. And she's leaning in that direction, encouraging in that direction, but it ain't working. Coming up short. And that creates impatience, and that makes the Aries planets push even harder. Because now it becomes mandatory, it becomes important, it becomes essential. Got to do it now. No, you don't. God, Jupiter just went into Cancer back 2-3 weeks ago. It's squaring that Neptune-Saturn stuff. You're setting yourself up for some big headaches. You don't see them yet. But when Jupiter goes retrograde later on this year, they're going to start to show up, and you'll see where the weaknesses, where the falsities are, where the lies have been. Don't fall for it. Just focus. Plan. Seek harmony. It doesn't mean agree at all costs. It means find the peace within yourself. Slow it down so that you can see clearly through this cosmic fog that we're all living through right now. So, that clock there in front of you says time is up. We're all done with today's tarot read. Please remember what the message is today. Take your time, build within yourself so that you can then make good decisions outwards. Because right now, none of us can see down into the road. The cosmic fog is blinding all of us. And in other ways, we're being limited. So don't fight it. Stay focused. Pay attention. And within the next few months or so, you're going to have a chance to make better decisions. And that's what's really important. Don't rush, don't push, but pay attention. So that's it for this session of the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Please like and subscribe. Every podcaster, including myself, is really undergoing some heavy-duty checks. It's all behind the scenes. They're playing with the numbers, algorithms and all that kind of stuff. And people are getting damaged. One way that you can help me, this podcast, and all podcasters with is your liking and subscribing. So I ask you, please, like and subscribe. So that's it for the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Back again tomorrow. Hope you're here with me. In any event, between now and the next time you and I get together to manifest tarot, peace and blessings.